So what do the Palestinians think of this continued support from Beijing? To find out, our correspondent Roee Ruttenberg sat down with Ayman Sbaih, a businessman in Ramallah and a broad member of a group that promotes cooperation and friendship between Palestine and China. Take a listen.
You represent the Palestinian Chinese Friendship Society, so let's start there. Friendship. Where does that come from, and why is it even there?
Well, it comes from the very strong relationships that have been developed over many decades between the Palestinian people and the Chinese people. It is an idea that is there to help to consolidate the ties between the Chinese people and the Palestinian people, and also to show some sort of appreciation by the Palestinian people towards the Chinese for their support throughout the years.
How does that sort of support make you, as a Palestinian business leader, how does it make you feel?
It makes us feel very good. This has been throughout the Palestinian revolution, as it were, when it was established in the 1950s and 60s. China represented all the help that it could at that time in terms of training, in terms of political support. Yasser Arafat was of the main leaders who actually was one of the main Arab leaders who established full relationships with the Chinese leadership at that time. This was also appreciated by the Chinese leadership, and they showed their appreciation by continuing to support politically and otherwise the Palestinian cause.
Some have argued that China's position on Palestine has simply been to counter the U.S.'s position on Israel.
Listen, in the beginning, I don't think that was the case. I think, although that is a dimension that is always there, we don't need to fool ourselves. However, the Chinese have shown steadfast in their support for the Palestinian people, despite of the fact of the changes that happened during the end of the Cold War and the shift of some politics from here and there. There was some need in the Chinese foreign policy to reassess their position, but without, I feel, without changing the fundamental support for the cause of the Palestinian people, because the cause has represented to them and to their people a very legitimate struggle for freedom, for democracy, for ridding ourselves from occupation. And I think these principles the Chinese would always support, and no matter how politically the map will change.
The Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in Beijing was signing bilateral agreements. So there is the business side of friendship as well. Do the Chinese have a role to play here?
Yes, we look forward always to the Chinese role. We think the Chinese role is always and will always be positive towards the Palestinian cause in all aspects, whether it's political or economical. We think we need to sign more agreements with them, to reorganize the relationship to become more official, to have more exchange between us and the Chinese. We will always strive to build relations and bridge all ties with everybody all around the world. We always look towards our friends, historical friends, and one of those, and even the main one, is China. And we look forward to always establish and consolidate our links with the Chinese people and the Chinese business people.